Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, everyone. Invite your followers, invite your friends. Wanted to give you a quick encouragement on this Monday. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you all on today. I thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Welcome, 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 welcome. Make sure blessings to you. Make sure you share this with your networks. I believe that this is going to be a blessing for many. So I'll just give it a few moments. Thank you for already releasing the hearts. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. So glad to have you all. Just wanted to share. So thank you all so much for joining. It's so good to see you all on this Monday. I know the title is interesting, but I think that you guys will like it. The title of this scope is called Plugins. So invite your followers, invite your friends, so we can do this quick scope. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for inviting followers. Let me get started. So on Saturday, my quick scopes come, I just hear a unique title and I'll write it down and then I'll get a little more insight regarding it. So on Saturday, I heard the word plugins. So I wrote down that my quick scope will be plugins, but I wasn't fully sure where we were going to go with this. But today, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So let me share with you. I looked up what a plugin is, and you guys know I did that. But what I found interesting is the way this scope, I'm a parallel, a plugin with, with the product that we use called the Febreze plugins, So sorry, my phone is moving and it shouldn't be. So, I looked up what Febreze plugins do, and this is what it says. The product is actually called, hold on, this isn't working right. Give me a moment. This should not be moving. We'll do this for now. Okay, we'll do this for now. This will work for today. So, the product is called Febreze Noticeables. And it says odors out, freshness in. And it says don't just mask odors, clean them away. And this is the download that I got before I even looked in the Bible was this. God is about to plug you into the lives of others. So the fragrance which he is in you can begin to flow and overpower that which is stale and stinking. Now, this is interesting. I looked up the word noticeable, and it means easily seen or noticed, clear or apparent, worthy of notice, likely to attract attention. Now, when you spend time in the presence of God, when you spend time in the face of God, you can't help but be noticeable because you begin to resemble him, you begin to carry his likeness, and you begin to carry his fragrance. But what really took me out, sorry, this isn't working. Let me just hold the phone. Let's see if that works. Okay. What really took me out is when I went and I looked in the Bible and I looked up fragrance. Oh my gosh. In 2 Corinthians, chapter 2, verses 14 and 15 in the Amplified Version, listen to this scripture. It says, but thanks to God, who in Christ always leads us in triumph as trophies of Christ's victory, and through us spreads and makes evidence the fragrance of the knowledge of God everywhere. For we are the sweet fragrance of Christ, which exhales unto God, discernible alike among those who are being saved and among those who are perishing. We are God's fragrance in the earth. And this is the thing. With Febreze, it says that the fragrance is good for up to 30 days. Not with this fragrance, not with this holy fragrance. This fragrance can last as long as you want it to last, as long as you stay in his presence and you stay in his face. How powerful is that? And the thing about it is, even though we can be in atmospheres that don't carry his fragrance, even though we can be in atmospheres which are odorous, there comes a point when that fragrance will overpower any odor. That fragrance will overpower anything that's stale. That fragrance will overpower anything that's stagnant. That fragrance will overpower that which stinks. But the fragrance of God is about to flow through his people. And I mean, it's not something that you have to make happen. It's just going to exude from you. It's going to exude from your confidence. It's going to exude from your words. It's going to exude from your mannerisms. The fragrance of God. I know that some of you have walked in places and it's just like, oh my gosh, what is that smell? That's how people are going to respond when you speak. That's how people are going to respond when you show up. They may not fully understand it, but they are going to recognize that something has come into this atmosphere that does not smell like, that does not sound like, that does not act like what this atmosphere has, but we want it here. So some of you, he's about to plug you into places. He's about to plug you into the lives of people. He's about to plug you into businesses so you can bring his aroma. You can bring his fragrance. And then this is the other thing. It said that the noticeables, it said that the Febreze noticeables, what's so significant about them is that they alternate between two complementary scents. So for us in the realm of the spirit, that can represent that we exude grace and mercy. We exude joy and peace. We exude gladness and laughter. It's double. It's double. We don't just exude one fragrance, and at different times we'll exude a whole lot of fragrances. But it said the Febreze noticeables, it's between two complementary scents. So in the realm of the spirit, we will not just exude one fragrance. We will exude the love of God and the peace of God. We will exude the grace of God and the holiness of God. We will exude the power of God and the patience of God. Multi-fragrances. Oh my God. I was so excited to do this scope when I found 2 Corinthians 2:14 and 15. We are to be a fragrance in the earth. And one of the greatest ways to allow your fragrance to last and linger is through your words. Your words can either cause you to be a fragrance or an odor. The question is, which one are you? Which one are you? So that was my quick scope of encouragement. Some of you and for some of you, you've been plugged into one particular place and one particular system, and your fragrance in that area has been so strong and is so prevalent to where now he can move you someplace else. Now he can use the very things that you did in one place. He's just going to unplug you here and plug you in over there. Just keep doing what you've done, how you've allowed that whole atmosphere to change. And it's funny because I remember there was one job I had, and when they found out I was leaving, I realized that I was a fragrance in that place because they were trying to figure out if the one guy who I helped be nice to everybody, they were wondering if he was going to now be mean since I was leaving. Why? Because my attitude, my posture, my words, my consonants exuded a fragrance. So even though there was some things about him him that were kind of harsh and kind of hard, he changed when that fragrance came into the building. They were just hoping that he wouldn't revert back. I'm not sure if he did or not, but that's something, a scent of influence. Who said that? Girl, that's good. We have a scent of influence. Is your scent an influence, or is it a deterrent? When people see you coming, do they embrace you or do they reject you? Do they want it or do they say, I'm not doing that. That's not good. I don't like the way that smells. So some of you, it's not that. And this is the other thing. Some of you, your potency needs to increase. You have a fragrance of joy. You have a fragrance of peace, but you're kind of holding on to your fragrance. You're trying to keep it to yourself. But God, for some of you, he about to break your alabaster box because you've been in his presence too long. You have too much on the inside of you that you're hoarding for yourself. And he's like, no, I need that fragrance. I need that fragrance to be released in the earth. I need that fragrance to be released in atmospheres. I need that fragrance to be released, because the thing about it, when people smell a fragrance, it gets their attention. It draws people. It brings people in. It makes it the one thing, and I wrote this in my book, the one thing about smells is that it gets your attention without your permission. And for some of you, your very life, the fragrance of your life has to be broken so it can get people's attention without their permission. But that can be used as a testimony that will draw people even into the kingdom of God. So some of you need to let your fragrance be released. Some of you need to let your fragrance be released. I know some of y'all about to look at Febreze in a whole nother way. But I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. So some of you allow the fragrance of God, allow that which he has been, the work that he's been doing on the inside of you, don't allow it to be hidden, and cause the thing about it is, again, with the Febreze plugins, they can last up to 30 days, but in the realm of the spirit, our fragrance can last a lifetime. It can last a lifetime. Oh my goodness. I pray that this Quickscope blessed you, because it's still blessing me. It says odors out, freshness in. And God is ushering in a fresh thing. He's ushering in a new thing. I mean, some of you, your package is about to be opened to the world, and people, it's something fresh. It's something new. It's something pure. It's something holy. It's something different. It's something unique. But let that fragrance flow. Let it flow and don't let it get tainted. So that's my quick scope for you all on this Monday. On this Monday, sniff, sniff. On this Monday, this is my quick scope for those of you who are new. My name is MaShani Allen, and I generally do these quick scopes of encouragement on Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I also do teaching scopes on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And for the month of the month of January, my quick scopes are going to be on hidden figures in the Bible. Hidden figures in the Bible. I did 2 quick scopes on last Friday on hidden figures, and how with the movie Hidden Figures, these women had a level of intellect and acumen that we were unaware of. And it's amazing how something in history has now been brought to the forefront, but they were hidden figures. So there are some people in the Bible. We have our notable people who we automatically go to, like our Joseph and our Ruth and our David and our Daniel. But there are some other people in the Bible who are very significant that many times we overlook, or we don't even see the revelation and who they are and what they've had to offer. So on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the month of January, I will be doing my teaching scopes on hidden figures of the Bible. So I hope that you all will join me there. If you would like to learn more about me, please go to my website, MaShaniAllen.com, and please subscribe to my blog through my website. This week I will be releasing every day a different prophetic word that was spoken regarding scribes and 2017, for scribes to arise in 2017. So if you subscribe to my blog, you will get all of them. I'm just going to release them every day. And I pray that they are a source of encouragement for you, that they become a platform of motivation and inspiration. And I'm just excited about what God is doing in 2017, and that he's causing the fragrance of who he is on the inside of us to be extended beyond us, to be extended beyond our sphere, as we represent him in everything that he calls us to do. So I pray that you all are blessed. Thank you all so much for joining. Make sure that you share this with your networks and your followers, and begin to ask people, is he plugging you in? Because some of you are frustrated, you're aggravated, you feel as though you don't fit anymore, and you're probably right, because he's about to plug you out of one thing to plug you into something else, so you can bring his fragrance in a fresh way, in a new way, to a new atmosphere. Thank you all so much for joining. You be blessed, and I will see you all on Wednesday.